All right, here we go with 5th grade Excel, lesson 23, adding and subtracting fractions and mixed numbers with like denominators. All right, so we're adding fractions, we're subtracting fractions, we're adding mixed numbers, we're subtracting mixed numbers. But all of these have denominators that are the same. The denominator, remember, is the bottom number in a fraction. So let's take a look at number 1 to see what we're doing here. Number 1 says 2/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. All right, notice that the denominators are the same all the way through. And that's going to be true of every fraction problem. You're always going to have the denominators be the same. So a fourth and 2/4 and 1/4 is not 3/8. I'm not adding together these denominators. I'm putting down fourths still. So all I'm doing is adding 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. The denominator does not change. Because here I have 2/4, here I have 1/4. When I put this over here with this part, it's going to go like that, and so I'm going to end up with 3/4, not 3/8. Here's number 2, 1/2. Take away 1/2 is equal to 0/2. Again, notice the denominators stay the same all the way through. I'm just simply doing 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. And so the answer is 0/2, and you don't write your answer like this. You just write the answer of 0. Notice that the answer is not 0 zeros because the denominator 2 is the number of pieces into which the whole has been divided. It does not change. Right, a mixed number is a number that is made up of a whole number and a fraction. 3 is a whole number, 1/4 is a fraction, so 3 and 1/4 is a mixed number. Now, from my experience from teaching, kids forget this real easily, and I want you to just get that in your head as clearly as you possibly can. Try to memorize that. When we talk about mixed numbers, we're talking about a whole number with a fraction. A whole number with a fraction is a mixed number. The way that I explain this is kind of like mixed nuts. If you go to the store and you get a little can of mixed nuts, it's going to have some pistachios in it, it's going to have some walnuts, it's going to have some pecans in it, peanuts. It's going to have all these different kinds of nuts in this can of mixed nuts. Well, a mixed number has different kinds of numbers. It has whole numbers and it has fractions. They're mixed up together. So 3 and 1/4 is a mixed number. When adding or subtracting mixed numbers, whole numbers can only be added to or subtracted from whole numbers, and fractions can only be added to or subtracted from fractions. If you're having trouble solving these problems, it might help to use fraction cutouts. All right, so that means that you would actually cut a little hole so you can just see the fraction there. But, pieces that are fraction pieces so you can actually see a picture of it. I don't think you're going to have trouble with it. Not too many people do have trouble with these mixed numbers. So here's 2/5 plus 2/5. These are fifths, these are fifths. We're adding the 2 and the 2 together. So go ahead and write the answer to that one right here, which is, of course, 4/5. All right, number 4. 4 and 6/7 minus 4 and 4/7. First, we're going to do the whole numbers. 4 take away 4 is 0. Now, you do not want to write a 0 right here because it's just nothing. There's no reason to even write a number. Now we're going to deal with the fractions next. 6/7 take away 4/7. 6 minus, notice the subtraction, don't overlook that. 6 minus 4 is 2, and 7, we don't subtract those, we just keep the denominator, 7. So 2/7 is the answer. Go ahead and pause the video, try number 5, and then turn it back on when you're ready to see the solution. Okay, we should be doing 3 plus 2 is 5, and 8 stays the same, we keep the same denominator. 5/8 is the answer. All right, here are some problems that your paper is blank on, and you're going to fill in the actual problem using these words right here, and then after you fill in the problem, solve that for me. Let's go ahead and just do, well, let's take a look at number 6 first. It says 3 and 1/3 plus 6 and 1/3. We're adding the whole numbers. 3 plus 6 is 9, and then we have 1/3 and 1/3, which is equal to 2/3. Notice I just added the numerators together. 1 plus 1 is 2, and I keep the same denominator of 3. So the answer is a mixed number. Mixed number, remember, includes a whole number and a fraction, 9 and 2/3. Okay, just do number 7. Pause the video and turn it back on when you're ready for the solution to just number 7. problem says 2/4 minus 2/4. So you should have written 2/4 minus 2/4. All right, of course, if you are taking the exact same thing away from, 2/4, take away 2/4, you're going to end up with 0. Now you do not write 0/4. You just write the number 0. And that's the answer to that one. Okay, pause the video, try 8 through 11, all these in here, write the problems down, pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready to see what all the solutions are. Okay, here are the problems already written on the page. So number 8, 2 1/6 plus 4/6. 2 plus nothing is equal to 2. 1/6 and 4/6 is equal to 5/6. Notice I keep the denominator and I add 1 and 4 together. This is a subtraction problem next. We have 8 minus 3 is 5, and 7 minus 3 is 4, so that's 4/9. Notice how I write the whole number like twice as big as the numbers in the fraction, so that you can clearly tell that that's 5 and 4/9. If you write it too small, it can look like you're writing 54/9. So that's always a good way to write those, and they do it that way on the page as well. So the next one, 1 plus 7 is 8. 1/3 plus 1/3 is 2/3. 1 plus 1 is 2. 6 take away nothing is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1/5. Keep the same denominator. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.